Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. I was going to make a video on my yellow hibiscus today, but I don't have the heart to prune the flowers off. The flowers in midsummer are a very bright yellow color, and since I brought it in for the winter, the flowers are going more of a orange, and some of the ones up top are more of a yellow color, but generally they're going darker. I'm not sure why, but it sure looks nice. The little bunnies that Tom sent me at the base of the tree still look very happy. These hibiscus trees are a magnet for whitefly, and I noticed a few on the underside of one of the leaves, so I'm doing a preventative spray today, just with soap and water. All over the tree. So this mixture is 1 part dish soap to 40 parts water, and I spray it on, I let it sit for a few minutes, and then I rinse it off with clear rainwater. The hibiscus has sat for a few minutes, so now I'll rinse it off with rainwater. And I'll get underneath too. And that should do it. When you see any insect problems on your tree, spray them right away. That way it won't spread to all your other trees. I'll put the yellow hibiscus back on the bench now, and we'll get out the tree I'll be working on today. The tree I'll be working on today is my guava tree. This tree was part of the series From Seeds to Bonsai, and we'll continue that journey. This tree was allowed to grow all summer, and grow it did. You can see how tall it got. So today I'll be pruning it back and doing more shaping. The common guava has naturally large leaves on it, so I'm making it a fairly large bonsai. At the moment it looks like a tall, skinny stick, but you can imagine that fattening out in the years and it'll look more in proportion. I'm going to start the pruning process by pruning back all these long shoots that grew over the summer. So I'll cut them back to the first or second set of leaves, depending on their direction. I'll start at the top of the tree and I'll work my way down. And some of the branches have already lost their lower leaves, so I have to look for leaf scars, and I'll show you what they look like. On this branch here, you can see the leaf scars each side, and that's where a pair of leaves were. There's some lower down, which are, 90 degrees opposite to these ones. There's another pair up here that's 90 degrees opposite to these ones, so they come forwards and backwards, and this one comes left and right. So when you're pruning, you can either prune down to leaves up here, or you can go lower and look for leaf scars and prune just above those. I'm going to start the pruning now, and I'll kind of do a rough prune at first, and then I might further refine the design as I look at it. So here I go. I'm going to prune to right here. On this one. Oh, tough wood. Like that. I've got one here. Prune it to here. I'm using directional pruning, so trying to get all my branches to fan outwards from the center of the tree. Here. To here. Yeah. There's a long branch coming up from here. It goes right up to here. So I'll have to prune that back. I'll go right back to here. Like that. Here I'm looking for outward facing leaves, so to here. And here I can go back to here. And I'll go back to here. Just pruning the leaf tip off here. like that. I've got to branch out the side here, go off to there, and I'll go back to here, and here. This one can come back to here. 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 And to here. And that completes all the pruning of the major growth from the summer. Here's what the tree looks like now with the summer growth pruned back. So now I'm going to look at the tree and do some more styling decisions. I've got a branch here that's died off, so I'll prune that right off, like that. I've got a stub here I can prune back from the previous pruning, like that. Another stub here I can prune back, and another one here, like that. This branch comes up and then it divides into 3. So I want to pick my 2 nicest branches, so ones that kind of flow outwards. So I'm going to remove this one on the inside here. It just doesn't flow as nicely as these other ones. I'm looking at the upper structure now, and I want to encourage more branching down lower, so I'm going to prune the top down a bit shorter, and that'll hopefully start some budding down lower in the tree. So I've got to decide it's starting to get, if you look at this diameter here and the diameter up here, they're about the same, so I need a bit more taper, so I'm going to take it off here. I'll come in with the branch pruners and off it goes, just like that. That gives me a little more taper. I think the same thing is happening here. I have this diameter, it kind of tapers up here, and then this is the same diameter as down here. So I'm going to prune that top off, like that. I may even go lower. I may just keep this one branch here, take it off here, like that. Clean up a pruning stub here. That's good. I think I'll take this off a little lower, like that. There's a pruning scar I can clean up here. One here. Previous one over here. Just clean this up a little nicer. Like that, yeah. Here's a look at the tree now. And I think it looks a lot more tree-like. It has, you know, better size and proportions and taper. I'll continue developing it into the future. This guava tree was started by Young from the KW Bonsai Society, and he gave it to me when it was quite young. I think I've root pruned it maybe two times, maybe even 3 times. And it's slowly developing into a bonsai. It'll take, you know, a few more years before it stops looking like a stick and starts looking more like a tree. It's kind of a magical moment when your skinny little stick or your seedling develops enough and it starts to look like a tree one day. And yeah, it's quite an awesome experience seeing your little seed develop into a tree. I'll spin the guava around so you can see it from all angles. And that's all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.